Welcome to Pins and Things! Today I'm going to show you guys how to make boot covers that can be used for young Link. The first thing that I did was whoosh, go to the store and I bought these. I wanted to make sure I could find some boots that looked the right shape right here. This part doesn't matter so much because we're going to be covering it up. Then I took these to the fabric section and I found some fabric that most closely resembles this color of the boot so that it will go together really well. And I bought a yard of it for $5 is all. I figured out it takes about 1/4 of a yard to make the whole boot cover for both boots. If you have already got a pair of boots, you could get it for like $1.25. The most important thing for me right now is just to have a good picture of what young Link's boots look like. The boots come up to about just below the knee. So I'm going to take my measuring tape and measure, and that's about 11 inches to where I want it to go up. I just want it to go onto the top of the boot all the way up to about right here. So that's 11 inches. And what I've done is I've folded over my material and I've gone down to about 11 inches. I'm going to give it a little bit extra so that I have some extra for seam allowance on the top. I'm going to cut it at 12. Now to get the right size so that it will slip right over the top of the boot and fit really well, I'm just going to set this boot down, make sure that it's going to go right over the top of it. And it looks like that will fit really well. And I'm going to give it a little bit extra also for seam allowance. So that's going to put me at about 6 3/4 inches. So I'm just going to cut that out. And basically, we're just going to sew this into a tube. And I'm going to cut out 2 of those. This edge will be the very top of the boot. I'm going to actually fold it over and just hem that edge really quickly so it will look really nice. Now that that part is hemmed, I'm going to fold it over and sew up this edge. Now I'm going to take the boot cover with the hemmed side up and slide it over the boot. Ooh, it's looking pretty good. That height is looking pretty good, I think. Now we're going to take the very top of the boot, so this length, we want to make sure that we get the exact length of whatever this is of material, 14 inches. The next thing I'm going to do is cut a rectangle that's 14 inches by 8 3/4 inches. And I'm going to cut out 2 of these. Now I'm taking this rectangle and I'm folding it in half, the long way, hot dog way. I'm going to stitch up this edge and this edge. Now that we have these folded in half and sewn on this edge and this edge, I'm going to flip it inside out and poke out the corners. Now we have the tops of our boots. Tuck it in about 5/8 of an inch and then go ahead and stitch it together. Okay, now that these are sewn together, I'm just going to flip them inside out, and guess what? They're done. I do want to line up the seams on the back just to make it look a little bit nicer. Now I fold it over. All right, James, let's try this boot on you. If the shoe fits, wear it. That looks pretty good. What do you guys think? They're finished, and I think they turned out really, really good. Overall, they look a lot like the boots that young Link wears. Thank you so much for watching. This whole project, I have to remind you, was around $1.50 to make, and that's not including the boots, just in case you already have some. Make sure to subscribe because I have more Link videos coming very soon. Click over here if you want to watch how to make a fairy in a jar, and click over here if you want to see me every day on the beach house with my son James, who is now Link. Okay, we will see you guys next time.